Welcome back to Fox 10 Arizona Morning.
How do you think you'd feel after eating McDonald's all day, every day for 6 months? Now, I don't know about you, but I could do that. and they have such a variety.
That you probably would be great at it.
I think I would be,
and you wouldn't get sick of it.
Sure.
Well, according to one science teacher, he is healthier because of it. We'll find out why a little later.
Does fast food always lead to weight gain? No. For one man, it didn't. He lost weight by eating only at McDonald's. Okay.
Can't wait to hear his story. We're going to chat with him after the break. He is a teacher from Iowa, and we'll find out what's behind this science experiment. There he is right there.
Imagine eating McDonald's for every meal for 6 months. Every day, McDonald's 6 months.
Well, a science teacher who you just saw right there in Iowa did that, and it was part of an experiment. He wrote down everything he ate and shared the experience with his students. They actually helped participate in it as well. The teacher ended up losing 60 pounds. His blood work came back wonderful, lowering his cholesterol. Everything looked great. And we're so excited to have him here with us this morning.
Iowa science teacher John Cisna is here. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
You look great.
You
well,
look great.
Thank you.
How long ago was this? Did this happen?
This actually started September 15th of 2013, and the initial part of the experiment ran for 3 months, and ended up, there's some of the before and after pictures of the 60 days through it. Yeah, it's amazing. I go from looking like Moby Dick to Flipper.
So how did this all come about?
Well, I'm a science teacher, and one of the things I have my biology kids do is they have to do a semester project. They can pick any subject they want as long as it revolves around the biological sciences. And then they have to create a hypothesis, and then using the scientific method, either prove or disprove the hypothesis. Well, I had this idea, and I came to some kids and I said, look, how would you like to try to prove the hypothesis? Is it possible for a person to become better off eating nothing but McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 90 days? And that's how it got started.
Wow. So that's why your blood work at the end of this, when you had it tested and drawn, came back so great. Your cholesterol was lower because they stayed within the parameters of sticking to the right nutrients.
Right.
It wasn't all cheeseburgers and French fries.
No, but I had French fries every day. But here's the point. There's two parameters I put the kids on. Number one, they had to keep me at 2,000 calories. But the thing that made this experiment turn gold is that I made them track 15 different nutrients of everything they fed me. And they had to try to keep those in line with the recommended daily allowances that the Food and Drug Administration put together. So it was a balancing act. The 2,000 calories, but based on their selections, they had to keep them within those targets that they had set from the Food and Drug Administration.
What grade is this?
These were sophomores.
Well, very bright kids, I would say. So what did you eat?
Well, I'll give you an example of a common meal. And people are surprised that if you use your head, 2,000 calories can be a lot of food.
It can go a long way.
It can. So for breakfast, they would feed me on an average 2 egg white delight sandwiches, a bowl of oatmeal, and a 1% milk. And then at lunch, they'd alternate between the Southwest salad and the bacon ranch salad. They'd give me a fruit and yogurt parfait with it and a couple bags of apples. And then at night, they'd give me one of the value meals. I had Big Macs, quarter pounders with cheese, and French fries almost every day.
No kidding.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Did your exercise habits change?
Yeah, and what we wanted to do, we knew that any good program is going to consist of two things: a proper diet and moderate exercise. So they had me walk 45 minutes, 4 to 5 days every week. That was the only exercise I did.
Wow.
Did you just go to just one McDonald's, or did you go to a variety of McDonald's?
Well, no, because the owner-operator happens to be about 3 miles. I taught at a very small school, Colo-Nesco in Colo, Iowa. Only 187 kids in the whole junior and senior high.
Wow.
But this McDonald's was right on the way to it. So I picked up my breakfast and lunch on the way, and then on the way home after football practice, I'd pick up the dinner on the way home.
So you got carry
out.
Carry out, absolutely.
Now, you told us that during the break that the national corporation didn't even know about this when you were doing this.
And I'm grateful for that, because that's what gave the experiment validity. The first time corporate McDonald's knew anything about this is when they saw me on the Today Show with Matt Lauer. They knew nothing about it. And again, that helps people to understand this wasn't a show put on by McDonald's. It was just a podunk teacher from Iowa that stumbled on this experiment that set the world on its ear.
It was a cool teacher from Iowa that really wanted your students to grasp a lesson and really apply it to everyday life, which I think is so
and one of the
amazing
problems in today is, this gall darn internet. I mean, kids, whatever they see, hear, or read immediately on the internet, they take for gospel. And we have lost our ability to use critical thinking skills before we make a decision of choice, whether it be in the food or anything else.
So what's the takeaway from all this, do you think?
The takeaway from this is, you know what, if we would stop taking all the time, effort, and dollars we're spending trying to throw the fast food industry under the bus, if we would take those same time, energies, and dollars and educate people on the importance of choice. You know, I've been obese for 25 years of my life, and the irony behind this, in those 25 years, I hardly ate fast food. And isn't it ironic, I spend 6 months of my life, 540 straight meals, eating nothing but fast food, and end up looking like this.
Wow, isn't that something?
That's a great message to take away from this. Before we let you go, two things. One is, once you finish the 6 months of eating McDonald's, what did you eat? Well, what was your first meal after that?
This is kind of funny. My wife took me to a seafood place. I love seafood. And you know, my palate had been used to that kind of food for 6 months, and so I ordered some salmon and some broccoli. I took the first bite of salmon. My mouth started uncontrollably watering. It was dripping. The waitress was laughing at me. My family was laughing. But and here's what's I've been off this experiment now for about 15 months. I still eat McDonald's every day.
Do you?
Now I don't eat 3 meals, but I've fallen in love with the egg white delight and oatmeal for breakfast.
And you've kept off the weight.
For the first time in my life, I mean, I can enjoy any kind of food I want now because I've learned to make accommodations throughout the day to make sure I stay within the targets and guidelines I've set for myself.
What are you doing in town, by the way?
Well, actually, I'm going to be speaking at a couple schools, and then I go down to Tucson, speak at the University of Arizona, and then I fly to Las Vegas. I'll be speaking to the PTA for
Are you speaking about the McDonald's thing or something else?
Oh, no, the story.
Oh, the story.
They send me all across the country.
Yeah.
And this is my 47th venue since August. I travel about 120,000 miles a year, and I tell the story. It's a great story.
It really is a great story. We can chat with you all day.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, best to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Keep spreading
the invite.
that message.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Meeting you.
Thank you.
Great story. So there you go, Ron.
And my mouth waters with the taste of an Egg McMuffin.